Good morning. Today is Saturday the 5th, I think, of December, and I have decided we're going to start another little series. It's just a 4-part series that we're going to do about a book that if you have not read, have not looked over, gotten the Cliff Notes, get the Audible version, I really do suggest that you do get it. Listen to it, read it. It's an easy read. It's deep, but I just feel like it was something when I read it, it sort of opened up my eyes, not to say that I didn't think of these things in my life, that kind of these rules for life that are helpful and wonderful to participate in, but I think it just kind of hammered home the things that are really important, that make life easy for not just yourself but for those around you. That's the best way I know how to put it. So the book is The 4 Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz, and it is basically these 4 agreements to make with yourself that you project then outwardly to the world. So we're going to start with just the first agreement in each week for the next 4 weeks. There's only 4, so it's easy peasy. The first one is to be impeccable with your word. So that, kind of broken down, simply stated, is to speak with integrity, say only what you mean. Sometimes we get real jumbled up. I am so good at that, if you haven't noticed. But to say just exactly what you mean, break it down to the most basic parts of what you need to say. Avoid using your words to gossip or lie about others, about yourself, about anything really. And use the power of your words in the direction of truth and love. So to speak with the loving kindness, like a meditation that we have done previously. Use your words to don't lie, gossip, or be cruel to even yourself. That's the one where I think, it's like, okay, yeah, I can be kinder maybe with my words. I could stop gossiping. Everybody does participate in that from time to time. It doesn't matter. You're human, not perfection. We make mistakes. We do things just kind of because we roll with it and don't really stop and think about what's coming out of our mouths. But the most important too, I believe, is to also be kind to yourself. So that means just being like your inner dialogue that you have. I'm guilty of it for sure. I sometimes will get really down on myself because, the COVID pounds have been happening. And I sometimes, it's rare that I go out, but when I want to put on like a pair of pants and just go to Target, it's like a big adventure finally for us. So, but sometimes, and especially recently, pulling those pants up, I have done you're fat. You talk to yourself in such a cruel way, in a way that if you have children, would you ever talk to your kids like that? You shouldn't talk to yourself like that either. So to be kind to yourself and others, and really considering your words. I think that if you have that one little nugget in your mind as you are having conversations with others, is considering your words before you say them. Take that breath and give yourself that space to figure out what you're going to say, and to quickly reflect, is this kind, is this truthful, is this reflecting what I want to say? So what we are going to do is just go ahead and get ourselves comfortable, and I'll walk you through a little meditation. We're going to go ahead, comfortable seat, relaxed tummy, relaxed shoulders. Go ahead and close your eyes or find a drishti. You could light a candle, lying down in a chair, whatever it is, whatever's comfortable for you. Go ahead, start some nice, easy breathing. Let's go ahead and take 3 deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. With each exhale, we'll go ahead and just kind of continue to relax that body. Relaxing your shoulders. Coming into your regular breath, not really thinking about it, just in through the nose, out through the nose or mouth, whichever you're comfortable with. Using your nose as that filter that was given to you at birth, helping you breathe. Bring yourself to a nice, calm, seated position. Body is relaxed. I want you to think about a place. It can be in your home, it could be where you are right now, it could be anywhere, even a place you haven't been for a while. A nice, calm and comfortable, warm place. Picture yourself just sitting there. You could be sitting on a bench overlooking a lake. This would be a place that you can make up in your own head. I want you to feel relaxation washing over your body. And as you sit, I want you to not judge yourself, just be honest with yourself. Were there times over this past week you may not have been clear or kind or loving towards others? Just contemplate that. Go over conversations in which maybe you became a little irritated, and maybe you said something that you sort of regret. Maybe you're homeschooling and it can get a little tense. Maybe your patience was running out. Maybe you're on the phone with a friend, and as that conversation continues, you begin to gossip about others. Don't judge yourself. Just be honest with yourself. See what your behaviors were, what was going on at that time. Not to find an excuse, but just to notice. Now I want you to think about, was there a time over the last week in which you weren't kind to yourself? You weren't loving to yourself. What was that inner dialogue like? Just think about that. And now with the birth of a new week coming, I want you to consider your words prior to releasing them. Notice them and taking this first agreement with us and working on that for the week to come. When you're speaking to others, consider, are your words honest, kind, and clear? And when you're alone over the next week, or even with others, when speaking of yourself, consider, are your words kind? Are they clear? And are they honest? And to finish this day's meditation, I want you to think of one thing that you love about yourself. I want you to tell yourself that one thing. As you would in a mantra, start it off with, I am. Use that I am and think of, what are you? Being honest with yourself and kind to yourself. I want you to fill in that blank. Say it to yourself 3 times, slowly, contemplating what wonderful beauty you have inside yourself that you don't give yourself credit for. And that same beauty is also in others. Even if it's a person that you don't necessarily mesh with. To repeat your sentence to yourself 3 times. Take a nice deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Wiggle the fingers, maybe roll your shoulders. Bringing your hands to heart center. Thank you for practicing with me this morning. And remember, there is always something good in everyone, including yourself. Take time to notice it. Take time to say it. You could really light somebody's life up. Somebody may be struggling. Tell them something kind about themselves, what you appreciate about them, what you see in them. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Namaste.